What's up, you people at Tube? Fallout here, and I am officially a savage content creator. I am vlogging while driving from Peoria, Illinois, because God knows I don't have time to sit in front of a computer, but wanted to talk to you guys about MLG Columbus this weekend, the very first Gears of War 4 live LAN event, the first Gears of War 4 tournament, first Gears 4 eSports beat, an opportunity to see which team has really come out the gate swinging as the best team in Gears 4, going into the Pro Circuit, which of course starts end of November at MLG Columbus as well. So this is a predictions video. For those of you guys that have been around for a while, I used to do these way back in the day, predictions threads, back in the Game Battles forums, the Epic forums. It was lit. Decided to make a video this time talking about some of the teams, my predictions for what top 8 is going to look like at this invite-only event. But first and foremost, for those of you guys that don't know how the event is going to take place, it is an 8-team invitational tournament. So this is not an official Pro Circuit event. This does not award any pro points. This was a invitational, really a launch event to see which teams are the best to start. $25,000 prize pool at the MLG Arena in Columbus. The 8 teams invited are, drum roll please, Optic Gaming, of course, coming in with, I believe, the #1 seed. They seeded it by the top 3 teams from MLG Columbus in Gears UE back in July, and then randomized the remaining 5 teams. So Optic Gaming #1, E United with the #2 seed, Team Envious using a substitute with Solars over Praise. We'll talk a little about that at the 3 seed. And then I'm not sure about the seeds after that. I know Revenge Gaming got the last seed, but it is Revenge Gaming at the last seed. You have Mind Freak coming from Australia, so Global Gears will be at a test here. I cannot be more excited for that. You have Splice coming from Mexico, best team in Mexico and Latin America being able to compete. And then of course you have the 3 remaining teams that are all from North America. A European team did not qualify because unfortunately so many players were banned for account recovering in Europe that they could not qualify a full team. Opted instead to bring a 3rd North American team, or a 6th North American team if you will. That is E6, I already said Revenge, and then the last North American team that will be competing in this tournament is Energy. Of course, Energy is Alex Rodriguez and Shaq's team, formerly way back when they were Dream Team, formerly Tragedy. Excited to see what they can do as well. So we'll go through, we'll talk about each roster, we'll talk about predictions. I'm gonna kick it off. Are you ready? Gears Nation. Coming in at 8th place, in my opinion, in my predictions, my humble predictions, I gotta put Mind Freak there. Jim Bob, Shrekman, I love you. Don't kill me. You're a freak of nature. And individually, Virix, you too. These guys are very good individually. The 2 of them that I saw at the Vancouver playtest a couple of weeks ago before the game came out. However, they have a huge gap in teamwork and skill and strats and practice opportunity and opportunity in general. They have not scrimmed much against American teams, European teams. They're playing against an Australian scene that is really underdeveloped due to lack of attention from developers, from Xbox, etc. The past 10 years the game has been out. And they're going to have some catch-up to do. They're going to have to find a rhythm, but I think this event's going to be, I don't know about a wake-up call per se, but I think it'll be good practice for sure going into the November Gears eSports Pro Circuit event in Columbus, the $250,000 tournament. 7th place, in my opinion, coming in right after Mind Freak, is going to be, are you ready? I'm going to say Revenge. I think these guys have a chance to really do a lot of good things, but I think inexperience is ultimately going to hurt them just a little bit. You know, I look at that team and I wonder, where's the leadership? Not that Yogurt is not a phenomenal player, a seasoned player, a veteran in his own right from playing so much in Gears 3, Gears 2, but I don't know if he has the leader factor. I don't know. We'll see. I hope I have to eat my words there. I think Strangulate had that for that team. I know they didn't do great at Columbus, so I'm not using that as an example, but I wonder where the leader is. I think there's some inexperience in that team. A lot of them, it's their 2nd event. We'll see how they can place. I predict a 7th place finish for them. Coming in at 6th place, in my opinion, will be E6. E6, it's tough. It's tough for me between the 6th place and the 5th place team, but I think E6 has played very well. Don't get me wrong, online. They were the only team to take a map off of Optic in the opening event, the Pro IGL tournament, the weekend the game came out. But something about this team, you know, I think attitudes, in my opinion, I have nothing but respect for these players, all 5 of them, honestly. And you know, but I think there's a slight issue with attitude, blaming the game, stuff like that, that I think is going to hold them back just a little bit. I know from talking to Affinity and those folks that at LAN, a lot of that's out the window, which I respect the hell out of. I think they improved drastically with Crushmo and with Noxious. They are a much better roster, capable of breaking top 4 finally for the first time. But I just, putting someone in 6th place, I put them there. Number 5, in my opinion, it's going to be Splice. A lot of people are putting this team really high. A lot of people are putting them at a top 3 finish. Their first LAN event, nerves have to get in the way. A little bit inexperienced, obviously, competing on LAN, but also competing against North American teams. You know, it's really a toss-up. I could put E6 at 5th, Splice at 6th, but in my opinion, Splice will take that 5th place spot. Number 4, Energy. In my opinion, this squad is very good, very dangerous, has the opportunity to turn way up, but I think that this team is a little bit more, I wouldn't say they're not an online team, but I think they perform a little bit better online than they do on LAN. These are my honest opinions. I don't get to share my opinions that often, but these are my honest opinions. I think Sleepy Time's a disgusting player, but I haven't seen him reach his full potential on LAN yet, and I think that might be the case. That might continue to be the case. I hope I'm wrong, but might be continue to be the case at the MLG Columbus Invitational coming up. Twisted Shot as well has been out of the game for a while. He's someone that I think is a good player, but has not yet and will not yet reach his potential at this event. Hopefully in the future they will. But 4th place is still a solid finish. Top 4 is a great finish. After that, I'm going to go with Team Envious at 3rd place. Of course, Envy with Praised versus Envy with Solars, night and day. But that Envious roster, for those of you guys that did not know, will not be playing with their full squad of 5. Praise was banned from the event for account recovering for his friends. The dude just wanted to play Gears of War Ultimate Edition with his buddies. He account recovered, and unfortunately that's illegal for obvious reasons. He potentially could have taken a spot for someone else, pro points for someone else that would have qualified, could have qualified, so on and so forth. It's a black and white rule. He was banned from the event. They picked up Solars, who used to be on Optic Gaming, and it's not played for a while. Solars is disgusting. I mean, oh my God, disgusting individually, so ridiculously good. But I question his ability to make decisions on his own. I think he's going to have to be, I wouldn't say handheld, but really looked over by franchise often. And I think that's going to cause some friction, in a 3rd place finish. Of course, there's a lot. The top 3 again is a great finish for a substitute, a team with a substitute. They've also been having a split practice between Praised and Solars, and I think that's hurt them compared to the Optic Gamings and E-United, who are my final 2 teams. We'll see what order they get placed in. But Envious with Praised, I watched them. They're looking great. Without Praise, still great, still a top 3 team, not a top 2 team in my opinion at this event when you have Optic Gaming and E6 has been playing so well. Number 2, 2nd place, the runner-up at this tournament is going to be E-United. I know a lot of you guys are going to try and hop on the E-United train. They beat Optic in the online tournament for MLG, the 2K series tournament, just yesterday. I think that was on Wednesday. Yes, it was. 7-5. Close match. First time they've beaten Optic. Optic has, slapped them around early on in scrims. Scrims have been a lot closer, a lot better as of late. E-United has stepped up in so many ways. I like this roster a lot. I mean, a lot. I love all 5 of the guys. Stringlate's a good friend of mine. Kyle's a homie. Dispenser, the most hype player in the game. Red Ice, he's so good with the power weapons. I love casting and watching him play. And of course, Devil Bounce, my favorite player in the entire world from an entertainment standpoint. He can turn up. But I think they are great. I don't think they'll be able to outlast the Optic Gaming roster. And of course, that leaves number 1 placing team. Optic Gaming is going to take this one, their first major event showing as a team. Hex is going to be in attendance. They're going to want to put on a show for Hex, and a lot of pressure. But they've put in the most amount of work. They've been grinding. It's been absolutely insane how much Explosive has been playing and streaming and grinding. The 5 of them are all so high skilled. They're all best friends. They play Horde together. They do everything together. They wear matching shoes. Like, they have matching AVIs on Twitter. I mean, there's so much chemistry with that team. And of course, everyone knows how good they are individually. Summon's disgusting at Gears 3. Going to be great at Gears 4. I think you guys will see that. I also think he's another player that has not reached his potential in Gears 4 yet. He will eventually. Explosive, the best player in Gears 4 right now, in my opinion, because of the work that he's put in, and the game just fits his style of play so well, wall bouncing like a maniac. God, I love Gears of War, man. The skill level in this game is unbelievable, and that's going to show this weekend. I could not be more excited for that. And of course, you have Kenny, who always performs, does not get the recognition he deserves on that roster because he gets outshined by the mentals, the explosives, the lavas. But Kenny's going to perform. He always does. Well, not about always does, but he will. And then, of course, you have Lava, such a consistent and solid player. And then last but not least, mental. Don't give him a Marksa, man. That's all I'm gonna say, dude. The dude's disgusting with the sniper, the Marksa. So good individually. He's gonna perform very well. Optic Gaming, I think, is gonna take it. I think it's gonna be a close final. I think it's gonna be a best of 3. There's gonna be 2-1 in favor of Optic. 7-5, 7-6, 7-4. Optic is gonna take it. And ultimately, it's gonna be a fantastic event. I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys all better tune in. It's gonna be such a good event. Oh my goodness, Gears 4, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay, I'm excited, if you can't tell. Driving home from Peoria, Illinois, gonna catch a flight to New York, and then catch a flight for a different event, and then catch a flight to Colombo to cast the Gears of War 4 Invitational event, and could not be more excited. Big shout out to Jack Felling, the legend, who put this all together. Of course, MLG, the first MLG Gears 4 event. Could not be more excited. Evan, Snakeo Combat, and everyone else that put so much work into making this happen. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, friends, at Fallout with 2 T's. Follow at eSports Gears on Twitter, at Jack Felling TC on Twitter. And make sure to tune in this weekend. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. So you guys can take a look. Bloopers. Cornfield. Corn and more corn. Double decker. My life sucks.